Hey, Virgo, intuitive soul coach here with your November 2023 career reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below your video. All right, welcome. This is good for any and all placements of Virgo in your chart. And at the bottom of the deck, what you don't see coming here is a little bit more ambition and a lot more action. And this is interesting. They're giving me a song. I believe the song is Money by Pink Floyd. Money, it's a gas. Grab that cash with both hands and make a stash. So some of you, yeah, you're focusing on your money. I mean, if you weren't, you wouldn't be here listening to a career reading. But I am getting here that the lyrics in that song, they're playing that one lyric, grab that cash with both hands and make a stash. So there could be something that you're saving. There could be an opportunity here for growth. This is about being seen as well. You have the management card. This is about visibility. For some of you, it is, yes, about manifesting more money. So taking action. It wouldn't surprise me to see some action-oriented cards for you, such as the Knight, maybe even the Chariot. I feel for a lot of you, you're taking a look at where your money is going. You have the light bulb showing up twice in your reading. This is really powerful, right? This is a powerful time for lucrative ideas. This is a really good time to manifest new income by your creativity and through your creativity, but taking action behind it. We get stuck in that inspiration piece, but we need to back it up with action. And I see that you're making a decision here to do so, because in the center of your reading here, Virgo, you have the swords. This is like the Two of Swords here. So rising above any money issues that you have had here and finding ways to overcome some of those challenges. For some of you, if you are business owners or entrepreneurs, this is all about your business taking off, profiting. It's more than just, financial. It's more than just currency. This is spiritual work as well. It's life purpose and mission. So I love to see the Wings card showing up for you. Now, some of you are looking at your spending habits. You may be looking at how much you are spending over the holiday season, if you celebrate the holidays, because you do have the spending card here as well. For some of you, you could even be in sales. So I'm getting here sales or finances, or you may be a financial accountant yourself. Let's get a couple more here. Okay, but we have a payday. So you have the spending card and you have a payday. So some of you could be shopping or purchasing a larger item in the month of November that you will and can afford. Okay, maybe this is a vehicle. Maybe it is an appliance for your home. It could be a trip. Whatever it is for you, I feel like, yeah, you have the stamp of approval. You have the go ahead. This is something that you are able and very capable of manifesting and taking the action behind it. I'm getting here pulling the trigger in a sense. And then you have internship. Some of you could be hiring employees. There could be an onboarding process. You could be the one that is hired and there is an internship. For others of you, I'm getting training is the word that comes to mind here with this internship. So definitely some sort of training. And this is interesting as well. Part of that song, that lyric that was coming in, grab the cash with both hands. And there's a bunch of hands coming together here. So this could be working with other people in order for you to bring in more income as well, or more cash, in order for you to put some aside. There could be business partnerships, contracts coming in, but let's dive into your reading here. So in the recent past, you have the Wings, finding solutions to any challenges, limiting beliefs, setbacks, wanting to build more for yourself, not just in the financial world, but emotional wealth, freedom, flexibility, being able to maybe work remotely, work from home, build your own business, be your own boss. This is finding ways to incorporate more of what it is that you want, Virgo, into your life. So I certainly see that you're connecting more with your spirituality, your spiritual side. You're working with the law of attraction, but you're backing that belief system up with action, which is very, very important. So many times we get stuck on the, if I believe it, it's going to appear, right? But we have to back that up with action, and we get caught in that staying consistent with the action piece of it. But I see you following through here. Now you do have the sword showing up in your present energy of November. This is about you cutting through those money conflicts. This is about a breakthrough coming in for you. For some of you that are dealing with a legality or an issue in the legal system, I feel like there could be a light bulb moment, some sort of breakthrough that comes through regarding finances or settlements or back pay. It could be inheritance, child support, alimony, custody, whatever this is here for you that has to do with finances. I do feel like there's going to be a major breakthrough. Now, for others of you, you could work in the legal system. Maybe you work for a governing agency. Maybe you work for a city. For some of you, maybe there was an opportunity here for you to cut ties and go elsewhere, because you do have here the pay cut or defense. Maybe you felt like you were walking on eggshells around people that you've worked with, and you said no more. I'm making the decision. I'm cutting this off. And maybe it was a cutoff that you made or someone made for you. But I feel like it's actually allowing you to move in a new direction, one that is filled and fueled. They just corrected my words. I was going to say one filled with, but they said fueled with more opportunity, more light, with the light bulb showing up here, more inspiration. But this is about lucrative new ideas, because you've been forced, in a sense, Virgo, out of your comfort zone. This is about coming up with new income sources, using that brilliant mind of yours to expand your mind, right? Expand your consciousness. Some of you are leaving the corporate world and you've been forced to kind of go off on your own, but that was a dream. Maybe this is something you are intentionally doing here. There's a new job coming in after a time of leaving, a time of cutting something off. Maybe you were, I'm getting here, demoted, fired, or you've been shifted into an energy or an area that you don't like, or it wasn't what you signed up for. Okay. Some of you signed up for something. You thought it was going to be this and it was that. Okay. This is about a new job, one that is creative, one that is inspirational, one that is fueled, quote, quote, right, with spiritual work, with life purpose, with being and feeling like you have a purpose here on earth, a mission. And it doesn't mean that you have to have a spiritually based business. Some of you, yes, you absolutely do. And you're going to profit on that as long as you stay consistent and back it up with action. But for others of you, this is implementing your own spiritual self into whatever it is that you do, whether you work in sales, whether you work as a grocery store bagger, whatever it is here, you're rising above and you're raising your consciousness and your awareness of what's going on here. You're also able to see things reflected back to you, and you can ask yourself at that time, whatever is being reflected or shown to me, what is this teaching me? Or have I learned the lesson and is it time to move on? Now, you have the creativity card. So this is a really powerful month for you, Virgo, to journal, to meditate, connect with your higher self, focus on breaking through, cutting out some of those old limiting beliefs that sabotage your inspiration and your creativity. Okay. This could also be joining a new class. It could be getting yourself out there, networking, community, working with people, because we see that showing up here for you with the internship. So it could be other like minds getting together in order to grow, which you have. I thought we had the growth card, maybe not, but you're taking a look at your spending as well. And some of you, this is new to you, but quite exciting. Whether you are going back to school, whether you are connecting with other like-minded individuals, whether you've just received some sort of training, certification, whatever this may be for you, it's actually going to put a little bit of an increase in your paycheck or your payday here, which we like. And I feel like you've been approved, whether it's an actual loan, whether it is sealing the deal on a legal situation, whether you're getting the job here, but this approved card is showing up as a breakthrough. So let's dive into your reading here, Virgo, and see what is the overall energy for you. I might just pull these cards instead of shuffling because they're a little bit big to shuffle. So what do we have here for the overall energy regarding finances for Virgo. Your overall energy is the Four of Pentacles, caterpillar. The caterpillar has many, many legs, right? Very resourceful. If one leg is out of commission, right, they have a million other little legs that can help them. So I feel like you have other ways to bring in money, other resources, other ideas. What can you do this month to take one step towards whatever that may be for you, whatever idea, whatever you feel inspired to do? And it doesn't mean that you have to produce results immediately in the form of finances or tangibility. Is that a word, tangibility? But the Four of Pentacles here is about removing any sort of limiting beliefs around scarcity or poverty consciousness. This can be fear of loss, right? Fear of loss. Well, if I leave this position, I won't find anything greater, right? Or if I leave this, I'm going to lose all my benefits. So there is a deep sense of fear, maybe hidden below the surface. Some of you, you're well aware of this fear. And yes, it feels like it's very true, but is it, right? Fear, the acronym, I like to say false evidence appearing real. And it doesn't mean that it's not, very tangible for you. It feels like, especially if there is lack in your life, but do we have to replay and relive that story, or can we tell ourselves a new one? And that's what you're being guided to do, to bring a new sense of stability here for you into your life on a holistic point of view, or a holistic level where you're able to see it from all different perspectives, all different viewpoints here. And once you are able to shift the game, you're able to open up to a whole new level of material success. And the Four of Pentacles showing up here for you is saying, yes, you can protect what is yours, and what is yours is your story, your belief, your morals, but there's something you're being guided to let go of. Because again, like I said, if one is out of commission, one leg, and it actually looks like there's a lot happening here with this caterpillar, but it's like you're grabbing hold so tightly where even if you fall, or even if something doesn't work out, you have a lot of other options here. Let's take a look at the block. Now, some of you are saying, well, Melissa, I don't have any options. I've been putting myself out there. I've been applying for a million different jobs, and it's been challenging. It's been difficult. I've been getting rejected. What is your underlying belief around achieving this new opportunity? Do you feel on a deeper level that this opportunity can come to you? Do you believe that you're worthy of it? Do you believe that money is an exchange? So taking a deep dive into your belief system around money, but then, yes, backing it up is important for you this month. Now we have the Page of Pentacles showing up as your block, and that is the new opportunity. It's about you manifesting a physical or a financial opportunity. Some of you, it's waiting to hear back from someone. And I do see here with this final energy, there could be some news coming in for you towards the end of the month, end of November. It could be an email. It could be a call. It could be a letter. I'm actually getting a letter in the mail. So some of you, there is some sort of a stamp of approval, or something has been awarded to you. I kind of get that energy. Maybe it's a pension or some sort of insurance claim, but there is an award showing up here. All right. How would you like, Spirit? Thank you. There it is. Yay, you're walking towards your Nine of Cups. You're releasing, you're letting it go. You're abandoning, you're leaving something behind that no longer serves you here. And you're following your heart. You have the Lovers showing up, and then let's get a final outcome. Thank you, Spirit. And there's all your options. You have the Seven of Cups. So challenging you or crossing your path here, Virgo, you do have the Page of Pentacles. When this shows up as a challenge, you are on a quest for wisdom, but so many times we expect instantaneous results, or we want what we want in the form of how we want it, when sometimes it's important to recognize and know that Spirit's plan sometimes is a little different than ours, and it's about getting back on track. And I feel like that's what this month is about for you. If you've been lost somewhere along the lines of fear, if you got wrapped up in fear, right? Maybe you're between the E and the A. Maybe you're between the real piece of it and the, where's the evidential piece of it? I feel like a lot of you are working on your harvest, and it's important for you to conserve your energy, because there is harvest coming in here that it's important to enjoy. But some of you are waiting for this to come in instead of realizing that what you have is already within you. You're waiting for the external approval or the external offer or job or this or that when everything is right here already within. And I feel like you're finding how that works and manifests in your life. You're letting go, ultimately, is what I see. And that can be a big struggle. Now, you see the camel here, and the camels reserve their water resource in their hump. So again, they have an unlimited supply, or maybe it's not unlimited, but it's untapped at times, and it's their reservoir. And I feel like you may be tapping in, and maybe that's why that song was coming in here. Grab that cash with both hands and make a stash, because it's like you are preparing you maybe, I don't want to say hiding, but you may be stocking money away for a rainy day, or maybe you're preparing for some things of the future that maybe haven't happened, but I feel like there is an underlying fear-based energy. I just have to tell you what I'm getting here. Conserve your energy, of course. There is preparation and there's planning, but try not to surround that energy up in fear and wrap it away and, place that fear around what it is that you are trying to manifest here. Now, when this Page of Pentacles shows up, you're closer to harvest than you think. There is a news or an opportunity coming in. What is that? What is that news? What do you want it to be? So I want you just to take a moment. For those of you that are looking for a new offer, or you are waiting for a call, I want you to just kind of drop into your soul center here. And I want you to say, what would I like to feel when I receive this news? Okay, or what is it that I would like to feel moving forward in my business? Because yes, there is a shift happening here between overthinking things, over rationalizing, and yes, you have this creative aspect coming in here, but there's a combination of head and heart happening. So I like this. I'm also getting the name here, Eric. Eric could be significant for you. Now, what's below you, the foundation, Virgo, you have is the Six of Swords, the stork energy. And this is about better times ahead. This is about new home, new hearth, maybe new job opportunities here. You got yourself out of a pickle once, you can do it again, right? You've got yourself out of some sort of a jam. Some of you, I'm getting here credit card debt, or just being in debt, wanting to pay it off. For others of you, this is a mental crunch. It's like you really get in your headspace, but you found ways in the past even to get clear-headed. So that may be what you are guided to do again. Do what has worked for you, but don't allow yourself to get caught back up in some sort of web or spin that's just not relevant for you here. Better times ahead. This is in the foundation. Some of you keep trucking forward and you say, yes, there will be better times. There will be better times. But I sense that sometimes the actions don't align what it is that you truly want to feel, right? If you want to bring more love and more passion into your career or into your finances, are you actively taking the steps to be that love and compassion? So I'm getting here, be the change you wish to see. Now, in the past, you do have the Nine of Swords. There's some mental anguish going on here. And that's what I was picking up on. I like to see this in the past, but yet it's still in the recent past, because there could be a little bit of indecisiveness happening here for you, Virgo, but you're rising above that here. When this Nine of Swords shows up, it says that, yes, time heals. Time is going to heal here, but there is a breakthrough coming in. But some of you, you felt like you were pushed against a corner at times. You felt like you were backed into this corner. You had no way out. Maybe you did feel like your defenses were up. Some of you, this does have to do with a pay cut. I'm getting here a lot of adversity, a lot of opposing views or judgments happening. Oh, no one likes judgments. But this is about overcoming that mental anguish and cutting something out, because after the Nine of Swords comes that Ten of Swords, and we want to cut that out, right? We want to cut that out. So what you have coming in above you, you do have the Five of Cups. It's showing up in reverse, which is good. You've allowed yourself time to process something here that was difficult or challenging, but you're not going to allow yourself to sit and waif in it, right? You're not going to say, woe is me, I'm just going to sit here doing nothing about it. That's why I'm getting that strong energy of taking action. And sometimes you need to reach out to have other people help, mentor, guide, and coach you to move in a new direction, to kind of get you out of that one way, one track thinking, to help you shift that perspective. But other times, and a lot of times, yeah, we can do it ourselves. So choose what option works best for you. If you need that additional help, then don't be afraid to ask or seek for it. Now, Virgo, this is about hidden solutions. And wow, look at this. You literally have the words verbatim, better times ahead. You have it below you, and now you have it above you. So better times ahead are coming in for those of you that have really been struggling with some sort of mental anguish, a lot of anxiety around the future, anxiety around poverty consciousness, about cutting some corners, because this does talk about cutting corners, but I don't think it's in a way of being manipulative or, not doing the work. You've already done the work. So now you're able to kind of cut through a corner here. I'm also getting negotiate and ask for what you want. Don't let someone else determine your value and your worth so much more is what I'm getting here. Okay. So make sure that you are negotiating. Now in the near future, you have the 8 of Cups. Okay. So this is actually a really good thing because your final outcome is the 7 of Cups. So I do feel like you're kind of going back and forth on some of these options, but some of you may feel at times a little bit overwhelmed because you get a lot of ideas. There's a lot of things that you could do. And I do feel like the challenge for you this month is picking something and staying consistent and following through, with this Page of Pentacles showing up as blocking your energy at times. So when we have the 8 of Cups, this can be about seeing the truth of where you are headed, where you are at, where you want to see yourself going, and what you need to do to get there, which may be leaving behind an old, belief pattern. Maybe it's an old environment or an environment that you are currently in. It can be feeling at times like we want to escape, right? We want to escape. We just don't want to be here. How can we shift? How can we make that quantum leap? Well, what is happening here? How is this reflecting back to us? Why are we wanting to create have a life that we don't want to have, a life that we feel like we need to escape from? So there's shifts happening within you so you don't have to feel like that where you're at. Okay. So I do see internal shifts here with this 8 of Cups, and 8s are a stable number. You're a lot more stable emotionally than maybe you think at times. And I feel like, yes, there's been a little bit of abandonment, a little bit of rejection. If you've been putting yourself out there, there could have been, I'm getting denial, or maybe you've been denied, and that put your energy kind of a little bit lower, where you were questioning, well, am I really worth it? Do I really have what it takes? Why are they not seeing my worth? I know I have A, B, and C, right? I've laid it out on the table, but the 8 of Cups says, if you're rejected or denied, it's because that opportunity, isn't aligned with your energy, or maybe it's not in your highest good. But the 8 of Cups is a good card. It's searching for something deeper, more, maybe even more spiritual. It's about you really on that quest, and we see you on that quest for wisdom here. Now, how are you feeling, Virgo? 7 of Wands. This is about achievement. It's about courage. The gorilla is like the king of the jungle. So you are regaining that sense of empowerment. You're feeling better about who you are, but you do carry a little bit of a strong exterior here. So when the 7 of Wands shows up, sometimes they need to stand up for their beliefs. They're very brave, right? They want to protect what is theirs, but sometimes we protect and we hang on too tight. And that can cause for a rebellious type of energy. So for those of you that are parents, right? If you are very, very, very strict, right? You hang on so tightly. This is the control. This is how it needs to be done. Sometimes that can cause a little bit of a backfire. And then the opposite can also be true as well. If we are too loose, right? It can cause a backfire, because free reign, we do need a little bit of that structure. So it's finding that balance in between. And when the 7 of Wands shows up here, which you have double 7 showing up as your outcome and as how you're feeling. So 7s are about inner awareness. They're about wisdom, insight, and reflection. So what is being reflected to you at this time? How can we step into our power more, learn, grow, evolve? Because I'm getting here teachability. Some of you may be teachers. spiritual teachers, educational teachers. For others of you, I'm just seeing here someone flying. Maybe you fly a lot for your business, or you fly a lot within your line of work. There could be flight. Well, we have the wings here as well. Maybe you're getting a pilot's license, or maybe you are on a plane as you're listening to this video here. This is about finding ways to not self-sabotage. And I just talked about this in the Leo reading as well. We are a civilization that is very challenging. We limit ourselves. We've come to this earth plane to really, really grow and evolve on many different aspects, but we limit ourselves, and other civilizations may look at planet Earth and say, what the heck is happening here? It's a very profound school. Think of, getting a master's in, whatever for you would be the hardest or highest of education. That's what planet Earth is. But one of the biggest challenges is overcoming the limitations, overcoming the limiting beliefs, and the things that we have set in a structure, we need to kind of dismantle in a sense, and it starts from within. So if you have any beliefs that are limiting you or self-sabotage, as it says here, I feel like you're taking a look at that this month. Now, what's going on in your environment? There it is. There's your Ace of Cups. That's what you're walking towards, right? You have the Eight of Cups, you have the Ace, that leads to the 9. So why are we questioning, is this really our 9th cup? Because you have the 7 of Cups up here as well. What I'm getting with the 7 of Cups is, now that you've found, or now that you're walking into this Ace of Cups energy, now it's time for you to focus your energy, your time, your efforts, your attention on that cup, because that's your wish fulfillment. I mean, it's really that simple. When you have here, when you finally see something for what it is, it allows you to remove those obstacles that maybe you had seen as obstacles. It allows that curtain to open up for you. And this is pure joy, true fulfillment, and divine inspiration here. And you have the inspiration literally showing up on the light bulb, and we see the light bulb twice for you. So definitely true fulfillment coming in here, because you were brave enough to leave behind something, or let this go, walk away from it, abandon it, or just say, okay, I know that wasn't for me. I'm accepting it. I surrender, and I'm walking towards my 9th cup, and there it is. So your hopes and fears, you have the Lovers. Now, we don't see tons of major arcana. Actually, this is the only major arcana you have in your reading. And this used to be known as the choice card. But to me, it's about blending the mind, right? The conscious mind, as well as, letting the heart lead and guide. We can use that navigational system known as our brain and our mind, right? We can use that in our, finances, in our, career, our path forward. But ultimately, we must lead with love. And this is love in all forms. It's about committing to those things that we love, that bring us joy, that bring us happiness. It's also about, yes, choices. So making a choice here. Do I stay where I'm at, in my comfort zone, which most of the time isn't very comfortable? It's just what we've grown used to, what we believe, what we are accustomed to, because we think that we have to stay put. That's a limiting belief right there. We think that we don't have any other options, or the door's not opening for us, and then it tends to spiral, and then we self-sabotage and we go down the rabbit hole, and you know the rest, right? Or we can shift this paradigm. We can shift this into, okay, what brings me joy? What do I want to feel? How does this make me feel? How can I change that up a little bit, so the things that I start to see are reflected on what I'm putting out there, right? Be the change. So I like the Lovers card showing up in your hopes and your fears, because you don't want to be in a missionless, purposeless career, right? You want to feel a sense of purpose. But you may be seeking out here when it's really about kind of going in here. I hope that makes sense. Now, your final outcome for November 2023 is the Beaver, which is the 7 of Cups. Beavers are determined little creatures, aren't they? This is about you manifesting those dreams, those fantasies, turning them and taking them from the spiritual realm, which we see here showing up, right, into reality. So there's a little bit of that action behind the belief. And now you're saying to yourself, right, I am unlimited. I am abundant. I am resourceful. It's already right here. Why am I searching out here to be fulfilled in here? No, that's not where true fulfillment will ever come from. So this is about you staying determined on those dreams. And if there was any sort of deception in the past, I get that it's deception of the mind. Some of you, you let your fears or sabotage or past conditioning deceive you and tell you a story that is non-existent or no longer, maybe it never was true for you. For some of you, there may have been deception by people you worked with or by external sources, but I feel like it was to put you on that path of aligning with your true soul's purpose and fulfillment, okay? Allowing you to make some new conscious choices, allowing you to wake up in a sense and knowing that you are more powerful than maybe you give yourself credit for. So Seven of Cups, very powerful. We're going to clarify a few cards here because I want to know a little bit more. Why do we have better times ahead, both in your foundation and coming above you here? Because we do have the Six of Swords and the Five of Cups. Better times ahead. Let's clarify. There's the Sun. I knew that Sun was going to come out. I love this. You have the Sun. Powerful. It's almost like a double whammy of everything coming full circle for you. And there is a breakthrough moment in the month of November, Virgo, where it just clicks. There's this shift that happens within you and you just get it, right? You just understand it from a way that maybe you've never been able to understand energy or understand, currency and exchange and hanging on and letting go. It comes in at such a strong impact where you have the choice here. You have a lot of choices to make this month. Now, tarot is not set in stone. Nothing is ever set in stone because we are changing every single minute by, the choices that we make. So I feel for you, you're making a huge quantum leap in a sense towards a lot more happiness. This is about unbridled joy. This is about true fulfillment here. When the Sun shows up, it's about good health, right? This is about enjoying being in the present, and that is the gift. So I'm getting here, it's important to focus on, gratitude, the gratitude that you have already, not waiting to be happy when you get something external. What do you have to be grateful for right here in this moment? The more that you incorporate those steps and that type of thinking into your life, it's going to shift and alter your world in a really big way. I love the Sun card coming out to clarify here. Now let's take a look at what you're walking away from. Eight of Cups. What are you leaving behind? What are you going in search of? Maybe that's the better word. I feel like you're going in searching of. Well, we see it. There's your Ace of Cups. But what do we need to know about this energy here? Eight of Cups, please clarify. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords and we have the Six of Wands. So actually here, you've gone through a little bit of a fall, right? A fall from grace. There's been a situation that maybe left you feeling less than, but you're getting your footing back in ground is kind of what I'm getting. You're grounding your energy. You're feeling more confident here. Even though there's been some letdowns, you're not letting that get the best of you. The Queen of Swords, she brings wisdom. She brings clarity. She's based on integrity and honesty. She's very intelligent, and you've used your intellect to help you. But now you're saying here, how can I use not just my intellect, but my intuition as well to guide me into this glorious win that is showing up here and that is manifesting within me into my outer world. This is big. This is really big. For some of you, it's a complete overhaul, a complete shift into, doing things that open your heart up, right? A lot of you are having this huge heart chakra activation, especially in the month of October as we navigate through eclipse season, as that Queen of Swords is Libran energy. So depending on when you're watching this, whether it's October, November, or November, I feel like a lot of you, you're going to make some clear decisions. You're going to stick with it and follow through. What else do we need to know here? Five of Coins showing up in reverse. Didn't we already see the Five of Coins? Let's see. No, we don't have the 5 of coins. We have the 4, but you're recovering your sense of stability. It's showing up in reverse, which says recovering stability. So you're getting yourself out of that, again, pickle. You've done it in the past, better times ahead here. And again, you have the 9 of swords in the reverse showing up at the bottom of the deck, which we also have in the past position. And it says you're accepting some sort of past trauma, you're cutting it out, you're cutting the loss or cutting that belief, and you're moving towards something a lot more fulfilling. So I like to see this here for you. It doesn't mean it's been an easy ride, but you're exactly heading in the direction that you are meant to be in. That's more aligned with, you know, your soul's mission, your life purpose, your spiritual work. Let's get a message here for Virgo, please, from the wisdom of the oracle. What do we have for Virgo? Finances, career, money, wealth, and abundance. What does Virgo need to know here for the month of November 2023? All right, Virgo, there it is. Deep knowing, card 43. Some of you may be 43 years old. It also breaks down to 7 energy, which again, we're seeing a lot of 7s. We're also in a 7-year, 2023. Some of you may be a life path 7 or in a 7 personal year yourself. But this is about a deep knowing on an inside level here, right? On an inner knowing, on a soul level. You have the owl above, and the owl brings in clarity. So you know what direction, you know what's in the highest good. Let's take action steps towards that belief instead of letting self-sabotage or past conditions, rejection, or outside things, you know, affect ourself. So there's a deep knowing here that yes, you're on the right path. You're not alone. You have help. You have support. You have resources with the caterpillar. So let's utilize them. Let's be an open flow of energy, receptive, equal give, equal take here. All right, let's get a message here from the Shaman's Dream Oracle. These are deep. This is my new favorite deck, Colette Baron Reed. For those of you that are interested in any of the decks used during your reading, you can find all of this information in the description box below. And you have here the Jeweled Web, and this talks about connectivity here, connectivity. So connecting, and we talk about, you know, the web of life, the spider web, everything being interconnected. And the message for you is about believing and knowing that there isn't a separation. That's that deep knowing. Now, the reason that we have ego is because as we separate from the divine, right, we go off and we have an individual human experience, we are then given an ego, which creates the illusion of separation, which in turn creates the illusion of, you know, poverty consciousness and all of the things that we go through. But when we realize that there is no separation, that's when the game changes here. Approaching any oracle requires you to come in with certain expectations. You're either looking for confirmation of what you already know, or you're attempting to shed light on what eludes you on the obvious path you're on. You're asking whether you will reach a desired goal of some kind. You're rarely able to see beyond memory or projection. And so, naturally, everyone comes to the oracle with a narrow perception of what's possible. Imagine that the answer to your question, Virgo, is not about landing at a particular destination. It's not about meeting a goal, connecting to a special lover, reaching an end game, or experiencing anything specific. Instead, you discover a shimmering web of jewels that you didn't know existed. The world is interconnected in a living web of energy. It isn't possible to know how any of it works, but know this. What is in your highest good is a sparkling jewel that lights up, right? And you have the light bulb twice here. This lights up for you amongst this web of possibilities. You just need to know how you want to feel and choose this consciously. We just talked about this feeling, right? Take your focus off of getting anywhere. Practice feeling and being in place where your desired experiences have already come to pass. Who will you be when this is true for you? Can you be that now? Can you feel that now? Practice that. The better you know your path within this web of life, the more it will light up for you. It is celebrating you already. Beautiful, beautiful confirmation. And you see here that Yeah, there's a lot of little, lights that are spinning, and you're seeing here the interconnectedness. You're seeing it. You have the clarity in a sense, but you don't need to understand or know necessarily, because you already do. I hope that makes sense. It sounds a little bit counterintuitive, but there is a deep knowing in all of this. That's what I see here. There's also connection coming in that could be part of that group think, or that, the hands, part of that song as well. Both hands, maybe all hands. Maybe we see something with gas as well. Money, it's a gas. Okay, so please take that as it resonates. Now, last but not least, let's get a message from your spirit animals. And at this time, I just ask Virgo, if you can, please take a nice deep breath in from the solar plexus chakra, the belly area. And with your eyes closed, I want you to take another deep breath in. And on your exhale, I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now, this could be an animal that flies high in the sky. It could be an animal that swims deep in the sea. Perhaps your animal is wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. This could be an animal that's crossed over the rainbow bridge, one that's visited through your dreams, or maybe crossed your path in the great outdoors. There is no right or wrong answer, Virgo. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your power animals in the comment section box below your video. And I personally will enter you into the free reading giveaway, where one winner is drawn around the first of each month and posted right back here on the channel. So please make sure you hit that subscribe and bell button if you haven't already. Okay, I'm loving this for you. Virgo, you receive double beaver energy. Now remember, that's your final outcome. It's also card 6, which is also connected to the lover. So do you see the web happening here? I feel like that's why this is showing up. So you can understand here that everything is interconnected. And a lot of you already understand this. There is that deep knowing, but there's so much structure in the how, where it's important to drop down to the feel, right? And this beaver is reminding you to lay a solid foundation within yourself. That way, when external things come in, that it's not going to shake you up as much as maybe it did here in the past. So lay a solid foundation for yourself based on love, not fear, and choose a conscious action and direction and move forward in that. Yeah, you have Badger Spirit, which is card 4, which is the Emperor. And that's all about fearlessness, being fearless and bold. And I love that I've been seeing fearless. I see fearless way more than fearful, because me, myself and I, right? I much prefer that energy of fearless. It doesn't mean that there is an absence of fear, but we don't let fear control us, right? Because that's part of having that ego and that human experience. But we can choose love over that fear. We can choose to be directed and, tell fear to get in the back seat. You're not driving this ship. I am, right? And this is about being bold as well, being courageous, stepping into your power. You're already in it. So it's more of embracing your power. Next, you have Ant Spirit, collaboration, time to collaborate. It's also card 1. So some of you, there is a new beginning being offered to you because you're shifting your consciousness. You're aware of what's happening here. You're changing the way you view certain things. And you're also, most importantly, with Groundhog, you're letting it go. It's time to go. Time to go. And we see that happening with the 8 of Cups. You're leaving behind something, whether it's a company, a job, an old belief, a worry, a fear. You're letting it go and you're heading towards your Ace of Cups. And your final card here is the Seahorse. Watch and wait. Miracles are upon you. They're happening within you, around you. There's a lot going on behind the scenes. And just because you don't see it doesn't mean that it's not happening. That's why you have the deep knowing. Some of you may be 53 years old. You may be born on the 6th, the 4th, the 1st, or the 31st. All right, that is what I have for you, Virgo. I hope it resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most, and it certainly helps the growth of the channel, which I greatly appreciate. I would love to see those power animals in the comment section box below the video. And of course, if you haven't already and you're vibing with the energy here, feel free to hit that subscribe and bell button. Thank you again so much, Virgo, for your time, for your energy, for your love. Lots of love.